I'm going to go ahead and generate tests for the API. So for unit testing, still I would recommend that you use ChatGPT or any strong uh, any AI agent to generate unit tests. Uh, let's go ahead and do it now. I'm going to create a test class called MDRTB patient summary test. Okay. And we already have a base test. We can just simply extend it. Extends. Sorry. MDRTB test base. And what I'm going to do next is I'm going to use my Claude and generate these tests, and then I'm going to come back to you, because generating these tests isn't like a trivial thing. It means adding more data to these resources as well. So we have all these for example these records, which this is an entire data set which we are using. So this part here is sort of, you can say, that's kind of a chore you can have the AI agent take care of, and you don't need to worry about this. So I am going to pause the recording here and come back after I have generated these tests. Alright, so for this MDR-TB patient summary test, I have written a prompt, detailed one, and in this prompt I have explained exactly what I want in my unit tests. So explaining the context, and then the entry point, what is patient program summary, what exactly am I testing, and how to structure those tests. And I have also explained this part which is going to help my AI agent in understanding the test resources. So in the API I have these resources. So this prepares like a whole complete data set for testing. It's a mini database of its own, and it was very carefully curated to make sure that we have comprehensive and solid unit testing backbone for our module. But anyway, that's the point. This MDR-TB test service and all of other help XML classes are going to populate the data set that's required to create objects for this testing. So we have this like a story built around the Harry Potter world. Yeah, it sounds hilarious, but so we have Harry, Hermione, and we have a location called Hogwarts. So all of those, because when we were building this test, the objective was to create a whole context which can be replicated, which can represent an identical world as in this Tajikistan program. So anyway, let's go ahead and see what happens when we ask our AI to generate a test case. So I have fired up my Claude, and I'm going to create a new project. and I'm going to supply this folder. This is over here on my, where's workspace? Yeah, and OpenMRS module MDRTP allow. It's an open source project anyway. And am I going to add more files? No, that I think should be it. And let's just now paste this prompt. I'm going to use Opus and slightly increase the effort from high to extra, and just I'm going to start this task. So yeah, there's this instructions file, and then there's a graph file. These combined provide like a knowledge graph to your AI agent, and without consuming plenty of tokens, it will understand what you want to achieve. Alright, so Claude has generated the tests for our MDRTP patient summary test class, and it did exactly as instructed, covering all required conditions and making use of existing data. So these are the tests, and I haven't yet run them. Let's go ahead and run these tests, and we'll see what happens. Maven test, and we are only targeting the API. So let's see if by any miracle all of them pass. It doesn't usually happen, but let's see what happens. Okay, so there are no syntax errors. That's obviously not, we weren't expecting any. And it's running, it has run plenty of tests and almost failed. Well, most of them failed. It's got to be something related to, okay, so not like this. Let's see what exactly went wrong. Let us do, that's fine. Cannot initialize the plugin mock maker. Okay, this is this has nothing to do with, or just let me try something else. Only just this class, try to run tests on this class alone. Context on mock helper is null. Weird. Maybe because I didn't run, maybe clean install exclusively, maybe something to do with Java. No, this is, well, let's tell our Claude and ask it what's wrong. This it doesn't look like it has anything to do with the class path problem. Hmm. Okay, let me debug this and resume the recording.
Alright, so this time around I am on my Windows computer, and there was something wrong with my JDK on the other machine I was working on, but it should be fine over here because I have all the versions, 1.8, 11, 21, anyone that's required, I have it over here. But let's just go ahead and run our MDR TB patient summary test. And this is the test. We create it. Let me go ahead, run it. I don't expect it to fail over here as well, the way it did on my Mac. It's the same code synced, both sides. Yeah, these, all right. I have one and two tests are failing. Now let's just see which ones. This is should order program summaries. This one's failing. Latest enrollment first. Okay, so this is saying the summary should have the DOS program on index 0 and MDR on index 1. Okay, so we don't really need this. What it's saying is when you're fetching patient summaries, uh, when you're fetching patient summary, it's saying these program summaries should be sorted. Okay, but the problem is we are going to handle the sorting on our front end. The reason is because JSON, the whole conversation, the packet transfer is going to be in JSON. So JSON doesn't guarantee on every platform to maintain the order of any array. So it is, uh, first of all, it's waste of processing on the server's end, something that can be processed on client end easily. We don't need to worry about that. And secondly, the ordering could be anything. Um, that's not really something we would want the server to do. So I'm going to remove this one. It's like a false positive. And then we are going to see the other one that was failing. Short scope observations to the enclosing program window. Okay. So what this is saying is that okay, I created an ops. All right, so 22nd August, sorry, 15th August 2022, and this is the ops date. We're setting the same as value. We're saving the observation. We are getting program summary. Let's say what's wrong over here because this one should be fine. I'm going to right click and debug this particular test alone, and let's see what happens. I hope this recording is ongoing. Yeah. Okay. So let's get inside over here. Do we even have the observations? Yes, so we do have an observation, and this obs is 15th August 2022, and the program is 1st August. Starts and then no date completion. For the other one, all right. So this is incorrect date completion. But anyway, this doesn't belong over there. Let's see. I'm going to put in a breakpoint over here and see if our method is within program window works or not. So let's evaluate the expression and it turns out to be false. Why? So we have start date as 1st August, end date as, oh, what happened? Okay. So you see, I did not just copy pasted date enrolled for end date as well, and now I fixed it, I think. So let's just see if it works now. From here. Okay, I do have ops being added, which means the test is going to now pass. Yeah. All right. So all tests now fixed, and we are basically from the API end. We are okay. We're good to go.